All right, this is a quick update about the garden, and it's really not that great. I wasn't going to do it, but I figured I'd do it anyway. And this is the best thing that's happened in the last month to us. Is we adopted a little girl, a 4-year-old corgi named Kiwi. And let's walk down to the garden. And there you can see those are weeds growing up around everything. Over the last couple of weeks. Oh, there's the elderberries. Can't even get in there to pick them. They are ripe, but they're just in there. They're buried in weeds. Over the last 6 weeks, we've been, had some other things to do. We've had bad weather, and we also had COVID. And then I got COVID again and haven't been feeling well. So nothing has been done in the garden, and this is what happens. Here you can see some of the tomatoes. They were doing really good. These are the big ones in the brandywines and dark ones and stuff, and they were doing good. Then we got 3 inches of rain. They all split open the next day and started rotting. And my marigolds are all dying now too. I didn't water them when we had the dry period. And there you can see some more tomatoes that are split open and cracking and, not good. And the weeds are all 6 feet tall. There's my Principe drying tomatoes. We didn't get them picked in time, and the skins on them got leather hard, tough. So there they sit. They're all going to wind up in the compost pile. And the only good thing is we did get probably 100 pounds of plum tomatoes that we cooked down some sauce with. Put that in the freezer. But pretty much you can see getting sick during harvest time has really created a mess for us. Carrots, a lot of them rotted from all the rain we got. And eggplants. We did get a couple, and there's a couple there that need to be picked. The plants did get blown over with some high winds because I never really tied them up. Peppers, we probably have a couple 100 pounds of peppers sitting out here in the garden to be picked. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with them. Don't really have a lot of energy or ambition right now. Here's my Adjavarskis, the ones that we usually roast on the grill, and boy, are they loaded this year. I may have to see if I can find somebody that wants some of them, because, I just have so many of them. Look at the size of them. They're just beauties again. So I just can't believe it. But anyhow, the peppers, they just did beautiful on their own. You see a tomato growing in there in the bin. The cucumbers in this bin, they got eaten by bugs. And potatoes that were in this bin, we did dig up, and they're good. Beets, I got to pull a bunch of them. Ton of beets here. Just have to pull them out and start using them. Cucumbers over in that bin got eaten by bugs. Ton of peppers again in that bin. And this one has the edamame, and they're just ready to start picking. Probably this weekend I'll pick a couple of them and cook them up. They're so good and tasty. These bins here had the shallots and the garlic in them, and I started prepping them to put the lettuce in, but I just haven't had the energy to do it lately. And there's our little wiggle butt. What a bundle of joy. She's just so cute and so smart. And here's the beans. They were all ready to start picking right before I got my COVID and got real sick. And you can see we left them out there, a lot of them. They're overgrown. They just, if you don't pick them in time, they get strings in them and they get tough, and they're just not worth putting up or doing anything with them. So that's one bin. There's another bin over there, and there's the third bin. So there's probably a couple bushels of beans there that just are going to wind up in the compost now, because we were sick at the wrong time. So that's what happens when you have a big garden and you get sick during harvest time. And there's my sunflowers. Didn't really get to enjoy that they just came and went while I was in on the couch. There's where the onions came out of, just to show you how fast the weeds grew up. And this is the other onion bed. Some okra there we've been getting. We've got some in the freezer there. Cherry tomatoes, the skins got tough on them. We didn't pick them in time, so they're basically garbage too. And my Korean long tomatoes I tried there. The skunks are taking a bite out of them when they turn red, so each one of them is starting to get chewed up and rotten. And the only thing that really did good are these scarlet runner beans. Now, we love them, so I'm glad, they did good. And I did do 4 of the trellises with them this year because we really enjoy them. They kind of taste like meat when you cook them up. They taste like beef. They have a good flavor and good texture and really great. There's some basil that needs to be picked and dried, a little bit of it. In that one bin there, so, not everything is totally gone, but still, most of it just a mess. And here's some more peppers that are in front of the scarlet runner beans here, and you can see these beans are just loaded with thousands of them. So hopefully I'll do a video about picking them and shelling them and stuff later once they dry. And again, here's more pepper plants down here that are just, loaded with peppers. There's just a ton of peppers here. Have to figure out what to do with. Probably a lot of them will wind up in the compost, so sad, but that's what happens when you just can't, when there's just 2 of you and you get sick and you can't do it all. So that's pretty much what everything looks like. You can see lots and lots of peppers. But we did get the garlic and the onions and all that stuff out. So, we didn't have a totally bad year. And the best part of it is this little girl. She's such a bundle of joy. And we really love her. So anyhow, I just wanted to do a quick update and show you, what's happened over the last 6 weeks and how fast the garden can really turn to crap. And, there's really not much you can do other than mow it all down at this point. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.